Hi, friends, family, and people of the internet. My name is Gabby, and I just wanted to say thank you so much for watching my last few videos and subscribing to my channel. It means the world to me and has really helped me get through this cycle not being the cycle in which we got pregnant. So I really appreciate it. It means so much. The comments, it means so much to have other women supporting me going through this and how difficult it is. I don't have many friends that are trying to conceive right now, and let alone have gone through as much as my husband and I have on this journey. And so I am just so appreciative of all of you, and it means so much. So I thought today I would do a video. I wanted to do this video just kind of recapping our year of TTC, and also just letting all of the new people to this channel kind of some backstory to what's happening, or what has happened. So we're all on the same page going into the next cycle, which fingers crossed, is it, but we'll see. So, like I said, my name is Gabby, and my husband's name is Travis. We have been together for almost 5 years now, and we've been trying for 1. And I have a history of an eating disorder and alcohol abuse, and when we got together, we both had agreed that children were a thing far in the future and that I needed to get help. And when we met, I wasn't necessarily the sickest I've ever been, but I definitely still was struggling, especially with my eating disorder. And so I started doing the work. Travis was the first real supportive partner that I had in my recovery, and he did a lot of the work too, and together we got to a place where I wasn't relying on my eating disorder anymore to function. I had, I have a video on this, so I don't want to go too much into it, but I did the things I needed to do to get into recovery, and I ended up getting my period back, and for 1 full year we tracked my period. With the doctors, my doctors and my medical team knew that we were trying to get en route to being able to start conceiving. And so I did all the things I needed to do, checked all the boxes, got my period for a full year, got the thumbs up that we were good to go last December. So last December we started trying, so it has been a full year for us, which is so crazy. And this year has taught me so much about myself. And if you would have told me that I would have gone through 2 miscarriages and an emergency scheduled cyst removal surgery, I would have thought I would have relapsed. And the fact that I'm doing better than ever, that I'm more focused than ever, and it just shows me how much this journey means to me and how much motherhood means to me, as well as just how healthy I am. This year has taught me how mentally healthy I am in comparison to other years in my life. And so that's been amazing. So just a timeline for those who are new. We got pregnant in February this year and miscarried in March, the end of March. And then we got pregnant again in May and miscarried in early June. So my cyst was caught with our first pregnancy when we went to the ER, because we had no idea what was going on. It had been 3 months of trying. When I started bleeding, neither of us knew what was going on. So we went to the emergency room, and they confirmed the miscarriage, but they also noticed a cyst. And I went to my OBGYN to make sure that the HCG had come down to 0. They checked out the cyst, and they were like, yeah, we definitely should keep an eye on it, but a cyst doesn't necessarily cause miscarriage. So I was like, cool, keep on keeping on. We went to England, which was amazing, and we came home, ended up getting pregnant again. And this time we weren't really actively trying that cycle, mainly because I was still trying, we were moving, we went to England, all this stuff, and I was late, tested positive. It was mind-blowing to both Travis and I, and that pregnancy lasted longer than our first pregnancy. And from there, after that miscarriage, my doctor was like, we really should take a look at the cyst. It had grown a little bit, and it also looked like it was an endometrioma. I think I said that right, but basically a cyst that had endometriosis on it. So they give us the date, and they were also concerned about the size because it was like 4.6 millimeters, I think. No, maybe centimeters. I don't know. I'm so bad at stuff like that. They thought it was the size of a golf ball. There we go. It was the size of a golf ball. It's kind of what they told me. And their concern was that it had grown a little bit between my 2 pregnancies, and they were more concerned about it flipping my ovary and me obviously losing my ovary and having internal bleeding, and like that was their bigger concern, but they also thought maybe it was tied to fertility. So I have a wonderful medical team who really pushed for me to get diagnosed with recurrent miscarriage syndrome so that insurance would start covering a lot of these kind of fertility things. Since I'm not technically at a fertility clinic, I'm still at my OBGYN. And so they went in, this is like the best part. So they tell us that like the surgery is going to be in like 2 weeks. And my in-laws were supposed to be in town. So we get ready and we're like, okay, I know you guys are coming here, but we really now need your help for recovery. Of course, they jumped on board, totally fine. And then I get a call from the doctor saying, hey, we can't get you in that day, so we need to get you in the next Monday. So 3 weeks. And I was like, oh, well, I have my wisdom teeth surgery removal for that Friday. And they were like, maybe not, maybe, I don't know. And my wisdom teeth surgery had been scheduled for 6 months, so it's not something I could have like easily moved. I mean, I could have, but I didn't want to. And so my mom came into town that week because my in-laws had already left, and my mom stayed with us for a week, and I did both surgeries in 1 week because I'm a glutton for punishment. But I also just at this point wanted to get both of them done. I needed to get my wisdom teeth out to get my night guard, and I grind my teeth really bad when I'm stressed, and obviously from the miscarriages and stuff, I was grinding really bad, and I just wanted all of this to be done. So that happened in July. Towards the end of July, we had to wait 3 cycles before we could start trying again. So September-ish was kind of our first cycle, but everything was really off because July had 2 periods. One that was triggered from the removal of my cyst, which my cyst ended up being the size of a baseball and did not have endometriosis on it. So other than the much needed removal of the cyst, not much was gained from that in our fertility side of things, other than hopefully once we get pregnant now without the cyst that it will be a viable pregnancy. But we don't really know. And since the surgery, and that's kind of where we're at now, so September, October, November, and now, we've just been really trying to like figure out our cycle and find out like when I'm ovulating and things like that. It seems like the past 2 or 3 cycles we've kind of been in the window but off a little bit and just kind of all over the place. And so the latter half of this year I started using ovulation sticks and like testing ovulation, and that's not something I did prior. I was just tracking with an app, and so now I am in new territory trying to track things better and like more manually with a basal thermometer, basal? I don't know. How do you say that? Anyways, thermometer and ovulation sticks. And I've also been doing progesterone testing with Prove just to make sure, because I am pretty active and I don't know, maybe my progesterone is low. It's not something that we've tested. We did do a bunch of testing during that wait period of like me taking having my surgery and then being able to try again. Both my husband and I got karyotype test. I got thyroid testing. I got hormonal testing. I got a bunch of tests, and everything came back normal. And if you'd like to know more about that, I can do a video breaking down all the tests that we got and why we got them. But everything came back normal. So there is like a second half of exams that we can do, but we're in this weird place of if we did them, we would have to pay out of pocket because insurance won't cover them until after 3 miscarriages in a row. But even then, it's still really expensive. My coworker, who's on the same health insurance as us, her and her husband are going through the same thing, and they've had 3 miscarriages. and it's like $2,600 to get these tests done. And so we're really trying to hold off until we absolutely have to, because we just paid like $1,800 in testing to find out that everything's okay. And so that's kind of where we're at. That's our year in a nutshell. It's been pretty crazy, and never in a million years would I expect to be here. Yeah, I just wanted to recap and again say thank you to everyone who has joined this channel and is following this journey. It means the world to me. I hope that I've responded back to everyone's comments and messages. I'm really trying to stay on top of it. I want you to know how much you mean to me and how much you taking time to just watch my videos and send me a message or a comment means just everything. It really does right now. I have support. I have a very supportive friend group and family, but unless you've gone through this yourself or the frustration of trying to conceive yourself, it's hard to feel supported a little bit. And my husband does his best, but again, like, it's not happening to him. But anyways, I am so glad that you took time to watch this video today, to get caught up on our story, that you're following along with our journey. I can't wait to start testing with you guys again this cycle. Yeah, thank you so much for commenting, liking, subscribing, whatever you're doing, just watching it, and just knowing that you're not alone. I am not alone. We're in this together, and I hope that you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I will see you in my next video. Thanks so much for watching. Bye!